Working on a Williams Liberty Bell, 2-player. Get the game on. I'm going to hit the start button. You can hear the score motor spinning. So that's usually means that you've got maybe a score reel that isn't at 0, or maybe it is at 0, but the game doesn't think it's at 0. And just to kind of show you, the score motor in there is just spinning. And the clickety-click that you're hearing is the reset relay in the back box clicking. So that's these 2 relays here trying to clear the sets of score reels to 0. So let's take a look at the score reels. With the score reel set at 0, like this one, all 3 switches should be open. I don't know if you can see that, but they are. All 3 switches are open. And what happens is when you advance this to score position 1, 2 of the switches close, and then the last switch, the one closest to the coil up here, is the carryover. So that one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When it goes to 9, that one's going to close. So at the 9 position, they should all be closed. All 3 switches should be closed. And then when you go to 0, all 3 switches should be open. And all the reels look like they're operating in this manner just fine, except for, of course, the last one that I checked, which is this one. This is like the 10,000th position. You can see there's only 2 switches because there's no carryover. There's no 100,000 reel. And you can see that this switch closest to my thumb right there is still closed, even though the reel is at the 0 position. It needs to be open. Again, at the 0 position, all these switches need to be open. Otherwise, the game will cycle like we were just hearing. So I'll make an adjustment here, and then we'll try it again. So what I did is I set all the reels to 1s. Remember, the rightmost reel is a dummy reel. It isn't actually a number. But they're all on 1s, and then when I hit reset, they should all go to 0, and it should kick the ball to shooter lane and stop the score motor from spinning. Let's try it. And there it is. So that one switch prevented the whole game from working. That one switch that was in opening when, I believe it was player 2, it was this reel right here, which actually isn't the 10,000s, it's the score inflation. Because of the 0 reel, it's a 100,000 reel, was not opening up at the 0 position. So now we can play our game and see how the rest of it works. A couple light bulbs are out. Needs a little more angle. Sounds slow, but look, the game is now working. Kick out hole, spinner, top bumpers, drop targets, this spinner, good, slingshots, flippers, good. How's this flipper? Yep, flippers are plenty strong enough, so we got ourselves a working game. Kicks the ball to shooter lane for ball 2. One thing I did notice on the spinner, you see these lights that move as you spin, they advance, and then that advances the bonus lights, and they weren't working, so now they are. This is very typical Williams thing to have those spinner lights, and the reason why it wasn't advancing is that on this spinner unit here, this thing moves, you can see as you hit the spinner. These plates get really dirty, and you squeeze this little C-clip off, and you can remove this, and then I just sand it with 400 grit to get a better contact. And you have to do that on both sides. There's one over here too. So you got to do it on both sides to make that in fact work, and then your lights will work, because none of the lights were working before I did that.